everybody. Today's video is going to be about some mistakes that I've made over my lifting career. Thank you so much, first of all, for joining me and the puppy about this video. If you wouldn't mind hitting this video with a like if you like it, pushing the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss any of my videos, and sharing this video around with people you care about, because I think a good way to make progress is learning from other people's mistakes. So spreading that information around to help people out, not make some of the financial and time mistakes that I've made in regard to going to the gym, is a great way to help people out. So I'll go through these points in order of probably least impactful to most. Spent so much unnecessary money on supplements. If you'd like to hear me discuss supplements, check out my Instagram page. I have a saved story where I talk all about supplements and how, well, hello there, how I think overall the industry is kind of shady. About 6 years ago, the idea of having an external source to benefit my training is really cool. It's still something that's very interesting to me. There are some supplements that can definitely help out your progress and your training, but a lot of it is just false advertisement and marketing. First of all, if you aren't optimizing your sleep and nutrition, eating the calories that will support your goals, and sleeping 7 to 9 hours, I think that supplements are not your best investment. You should probably work on getting those things in check before you spend your hard-earned money on something else. Also, you're buying supplements for their ergogenic effect on your training or their ability to improve your training response, not for the brand. I've definitely been suckered into buying supplements for a brand because they market things so well. You have that like free t-shirt thing, right? Or like get a free product if you spend $100. I've spent so much money on supplements to the point where like I almost depleted my bank account at one point. So make sure you're not getting drawn in by the brand and you're actually using the supplements that are proven by science to help you. Some of those being like creatine, beta-alanine, caffeine, and whey protein if you need to increase your protein intake. Not saying that other ingredients are not beneficial, but that's where most of the science lies.
Yes, science!
Is behind those ingredients, being creatine, beta-alanine, caffeine, stuff like that. Being like really one-track minded or dogmatic about my approach to training. In the past, followed a guy on social media who was all about squatting to a max every day.
Got it, go!
In a fasting diet where you wouldn't eat until noon. We worked out at like 4 a.m. too. So now that I think about it, like squatting to a max, you can't really recover from that on a day-to-day basis. And then not eating after your training, kind of catabolic in itself. So I was really sold on that approach because he looked good and he was strong on social media. But just because someone that has abs is doing something doesn't mean you should too. Keep an open mind and do your research before you form these like solid concrete opinions. My next point is not seeking out a coach. I thought, I could do it all myself because I was so passionate and I invested so much time. But learning from a coach is similar to watching this video. You're learning from their mistakes, learning from all of the years they've spent perfecting their craft. So if you'd like to check out my post in my blog, working with Coach Zach Gallman, I'll leave a link in the description. That just details how impactful working with an experienced coach was for me. And I think that extends for everyone, not just people that are super passionate about fitness. You're gonna make a lot of progress a lot faster by working with an experienced individual. And I really think it's worth your monetary investment, more so than like supplements or a fancy gym membership. Overtraining and inadequate nutrition. When I was younger, I was like super enthusiastic about my training, wanted to go into the gym every day to kill myself and, feel like, oh, I really earned it. But now I know you need recovery days for your muscles to repair and grow. So going into the gym 7 days a week probably isn't your best bet. Trying to max out isn't your best bet. It's really like a negative return on your investment of time. Make sure you're focusing on recovery and that you have a well thought out program that you're following. Also, in terms of like inadequate nutrition, Some people, they want to stay shredded with their abs popping out all year round. But I'm going to tell you, I wanted to do that in the past, but you definitely leave muscle gains on the table by being in a caloric deficit year round. Your muscles can't complete muscle protein synthesis, so you're definitely leaving size on the table when you're trying to stay shredded and lean all year round. You can always, gain some muscle and then lose the fat at another time. There's nothing wrong with that. And my last and most important point is balancing the gym and fitness with life. And that kind of goes back to like feeling so motivated that you want to prioritize training above your relationships, your finances. I'm going to tell you that I definitely missed out on a lot, and I made some not so smart financial mistakes, but I've definitely missed out on a lot of fun things just because I prioritized going to the gym over hanging out with friends and family. You kind of got to think about who's going to be at your funeral. Is it going to be those people scrolling through your Instagram feed, looking at your lifts and looking at your physique? Or is it going to be your friends and family that you grew up with and that you care about? Really, those people are the ones that matter, not the outside observers. In college, for example, I would always try to be in bed by 10 p.m. and up at 5 a.m. to train at 5:30. And I definitely missed out on a lot of fun things, going out to the bars, going out to parties, because I was so one-track minded, wanting to put my training first. And did it really make that big of a difference? I would say no. You're only young once, you're only in college for a short amount of time. So enjoy that while you can, and don't stress about your training to the highest degree. Would I have still made progress if I went to the gym in the afternoon rather than at 5 a.m.? Yes. And would I have been okay to miss a couple Saturday morning workouts? I think I would have been fine. So make sure you're keeping that balance between having fun and going to the gym, because that's super important. So guys, once again, feel free to share this video around with your friends. Try to help them avoid some of the mistakes that I've made, right? And if you want to feel free to drop a comment of mistakes that you've made, I think it'd be great to kind of get an open chat going in the comments below. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.